You fix the injection. You fix the dose. Part 1 and 2 handled those. But here is the mistake that erases everything you build. And almost nobody warns you about it. The cycling mistake. And it goes in both directions. Sermorelin works by stimulating GHRS receptor in your pituitary gland. And like any receptor-driven system, those receptors respond better when you respect their natural rhythm. Constant stimulation without a break leads to desensitization. The receptors become less responsive. The same dose produces less growth hormone over time. You don't feel it happening. You just gradually notice results slipping and you can't figure out why. On the other hand, stopping Sermorelin too early because your body had enough time to fully recalibrate means you are walking away from most of the benefit before you actually receive it. Both directions cost you, and the people making these mistakes are doing it so because nobody sat them down and explained the biology of why the cycle matters. This is the most common cycling mistake I see. Someone starting Sermorelin, sleep improves in month 1, energy lifts in month 2, body composition starts shifting by month 3, and they decide they have accomplished what they came for. Protocol done. They stop. And then 6 to 8 weeks later, the sleep starts getting lighter again. Energy dips. The fat that they lost start creeping back. And they concluded that Sermorelin wore off or stopped working. But Sermorelin didn't fail them. They stopped the protocol that were producing the results before the result had time to stabilize. Here is the biology. The benefit of Sermorelin accumulates through sustained IGF-1 elevation over time. Your tissue, skin, muscle, bone, brain need consistent exposure to elevated IGF-1 for months to consolidate the improvements. Think of it like building a structure. Month 3 is when you got the frame up, but the structure isn't finished. You need month 4, 5, and 6 to complete it. Walk away at month 3 and you have unfinished building. The minimum effective cycle length for full consolidated benefit is 6 months. That's not arbitrary. That's what the clinical data on GHRH analog protocol consistently shows. The opposite mistake is just as damaging and harder to notice because it happens slowly. Running Sermorelin continuously without a structured break leads to pituitary GHRH receptor desensitization over time. Your receptors are designed to respond to pulsatile signaling, on, off, not to a constant unrelating signals. When you run without a break, receptor sensitivity gradually reduces. The same dose produces weaker pulses. IGF-1 level starts to drip downwards from where they were even though you are still injecting every night. And people increases the dose trying to chase back the results they used to get, which accelerates the desensitization further. The break period is not downtime. It's an active part of the protocol. During the break, your GHRS receptors reset. Sensitivity recovers. Your provider can check where your IGF-1 settles off cycle, which gives you critical data about whether your natural GH production has improved during the cycle. And when you reset, the response is typically stronger than it would have been if you never taken the break at all. The structured break is what makes the next cycle more effective, not less. Before you come off your cycle, get your IGF-1 checked. This is the number that tells you everything. If your IGF-1 is in a strong therapeutic range at the end of 6 months, your protocol worked, your pituitary responded. You can take a structured break with confidence. If your IGF-1 barely moved from baseline despite 6 months of consistent use, something in the protocol wasn't right. Dose, timing, lifestyle factor, one of those needs to be adjusted before you start the next cycle. Then check IGF-1 again 4 to 6 weeks into your break. Where it settles off cycle tells your provider 2 things: whether your body is maintaining some of the benefit independently and what baseline you are working when you restart. Don't come off blind. The lab is cheap. The information is invaluable. 6 months on, consistent nightly injection, fasted, at the dose your IGF-1 labs support, no skipping, no weekend breaks, no I will make it up tomorrow. 6 months of consistent signal. Check IGF-1 at the end of month 6. Then take a structured break of 4 to 8 weeks. Your provider will guide the exact length based on your labs and how your body responds coming off. During the break, recheck IGF-1 at 4 to 6 week mark. Then make the restart decision based on the data, not on how you feel, not on what you read online, but on what the number says. Most patients who run this protocol correctly and then restart after the proper break finds that second cycle produce better, faster results than the first. The receptors are reset, the baseline has improved, the protocol compounds on itself over time. This is the result of doing it this right. That is what most people never get because they quit too early, run too long without a break, or never check the lab that would tell them what's actually happening. 6 months minimum, structured break of 4 to 8 weeks, lab at the end of the cycle and during the break. Test the protocol. Don't quit early because you saw result at month 3. Don't run forever thinking more is better. Respect the cycle and cycle produces lasting results. If you want your specific cycling protocol reviewed, dose timing, where your labs are, whether it's time to restart, book a consultation here at MyFitMed if you're in Texas, or book with one of the provider if you're outside Texas who knows the peptide. Share this with someone on Sermorelin who doesn't know any of this yet and drop a comment. Are you mid-cycle coming off or thinking about restarting? I'll see you in the next one.